welcome to March. Welcome to specifically the 6th of March, which was later than I had planned to film an update, but World of Warcraft called, and I very much have been answering that call. New expansion is trucking along. I'm gonna have some stuff about WoW later as well, but we're here for stitching first. So, for those of you who are new, my name is Raven or Gothy, both are fine. My pronouns are they, them, and I am a queer disabled teacher from the east coast of Australia. Those who are not new, hi. It's been a month already. How? I don't understand. But I did do some stitching, not as much as January, but I did have my handy dandy totals that are totally washing out and the lighting, because the lighting is forever changing and stuff. It's overcast today as well, so it's all I use all of my lights in here. So February stitching. This also includes the first week of March, so up to today, and what stitching I've done this week as well. But all up, I did slow down. Okay, I did 4,881 stitches total. Which is not bad considering February is a bit of a shorter month, and I had a lot of work stuff. I had a lot of life stuff. There was a week that I spent preparing project, so that's done. I did also start and finish a new paint by number, which I'll put a picture up of. So I did some other craft stuff and sort of like cleaning and getting prepared for the WoW expansion. But the 5 projects that I've worked on are 4 of them are here, and 1 of them is still in my QSnap. No, I'm not using QSnaps, I'm using Nerd Troops. I defaulted. My brain is faulty today. Alright, so first project that I picked up in February was Arthas. It's kept in this bag from Deb Thread Designs. On Etsy, most of my bags are from there, I would say. Though I do have some other ones as well. So this one got 1,531 stitches. I'm filling in the top kind of section at the moment. So there'll be a picture of where it was up to. But this is also a massive project, so this is where I worked specifically in kind of like yep, okay. So too big. There we go. Alright, so this second panel here got pretty much all of the attention. Finished off this and this guy. There's still a few missing stitches in that that way. I'm so good at this. In that first archway, there's still a few stitches I need to fill in, but that is where that one is up to. This one hit 20%, so it's a milestone. We've hit 20%. For the full context of this one, which is massive. Do it today. My brain and my body are rebelling against existing today. We are having a bad insomnia and a bad pain day together. And then today I've just been doing a whole bunch of like cleaning and stuff, so I'm a little run down and my brain is not working the best, but I've got plans for tomorrow, be out with a friend. And then Sunday will be prepping to go back to work because I've had this week off work, so I figured today was going to be my best chance to do filming. So the next project is my Dimension 20 project. It gets kept in this cute little bag now. This one's from Little Cozy Props. there's an Etsy store that I've heard of. I bought these from the maker directly at the last Stitching in the Mountains retreat. So this is from the first season of Adventuring Academy. There would be a pack of motorbikes going by at the same time. This is where it is up to now. So we have the D20 and the dragons down the bottom, and I finished the text. So this one is turning out good. This one got 545 stitches. And I'm loving the way this is turning out. The fabric is a little more... It does have color to it. And kind of see it a little bit. Again, the lighting is consistently being tweaked, but you get a bit. So I'm gonna do the rest of the sort of decor down the bottom, the little decoration bits, and then the border. That one will be done. But that one got 545. As part of Whip Warriors, I did the Strident Strident Stitch Along event. I'm just kind of like jumping in and out of different events every month to see which ones I like doing. So that one was a focus on a stitch along. And at first I was like, oh, I don't have any stitch alongs that are like in progress. I can't do it. I do. I have Stitch for Pride, and I only did the 2 months. So prior to February, I only had these 2 done in January and February. We have now done March. And can I remember the name of the person this motif was for? Not off the top of my head, and I'm not going to try because, yeah, that's going to be a time for my brain at the moment. But I did find some videos on YouTube to watch while I was stitching this, about this particular person and kind of like their impact on history. So that's that one. I stitched in a Fiberlicious floss. I think it is, yeah, it's watermelon. So it's showing more orange here, but it's more of a red pink in real life. Red pink with a dash of orange. And this one got 1061 stitches, which was the completion for that motif. So that one got some work. Again, another Deb Arts, a Deb Thread Designs bag. I keep saying Deb Arts, but Deb Arts is someone else on Etsy. Okay, and then I pulled out Hey There Demons. This one got 411 stitches just for 2 of the Stitch and Seek prompts. So now it almost entirely says demons. And it says, it's me. This one is based off BuzzFeed Unsolved. One of the things that Shane says in, I want to say it's the Mothman episode, but it might not be. It's one of the episodes from BuzzFeed Unsolved era, Watcher. And it's, hey there demons, it's me, your boy. Yes, that is getting stitched. Because I do say that as a quote when I play Phasmophobia, which is not very often anymore. But yeah, another Deb Thread Designs bag. And then the last project that I've worked on has been the one I've been working on this week. It doesn't look like much, so when I hold it up, it's just gonna look, yeah. There is a method to my madness for this as well. It's part of one of the challenges for this month for Whip Warriors. There's a full coverage challenge this month. You have to do a minimum of 1,000 stitches per week. You can do it on the same full coverage project, or you can chop and change and swap a whole bunch of sirens going on in the background. Hopefully not picking up, but something's going down. So this one has got, so far this week, 1,333 stitches. As part of the event too, they do like a bonus event thing that you can earn extra threads with. So that is to do 5 10 by 10 blocks. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I might do another one here, or I might go here. I haven't decided yet. But this block, this one, this one, this one, and then one more will be completed in the next 2 to 3 days as part of that extra. And that'll be probably another like 300 to 400 stitches. So this is now like 1.5% overall. So we hit it. We hit an actual percentage, but that is where that one is up to. Again, it doesn't really look like a whole lot, but we're getting there. It'll go up and it'll start getting into the reds and stuff as well, and I think that'll be a lot more fun. And then that one lives in this bag from Dev Threads lines as well. Just sitting off to the side until I pack that away. But that is all of the stitching that I've done for February, which is about half of what I did for January. But again, shorter month with a lot more on, busy. I did the paint by number as well. I have another paint by number that I want to start at some point. No, is that gonna show at all? There we go. The skeleton one. So that one is going to take a lot longer. The other one that I finished has a lot more like bigger areas and stuff. I was able to do it in like 2 days, 2.5, 3 days. Apart from that, I have been playing WoW and I have been reading. My current book stats I'm just pulling up because I am 6 books in for this year already. Surprisingly, that is have a look. Okay, so I started on Hunting Adeline, which is the second book by H.D. Carlton in the Cat and Mouse duet. Very, very, very dark. Smutty, very dark. Big list of trigger warnings, especially with the second book to pay attention to. But I started that one in January and I finished that the day before yesterday. So that one's finished. I started and finished Wisteria, which is book 3 in the Belladonna series by Adeline Grace. Because I'd finished book 2 in January and wanted to keep going because it got to a really good sort of point. This book 2 is Foxglove. Those are more of a romance, like romantasy. They have like a little bit, tiny bit of spice, but they're mostly like the romance fantasy stuff. But they were really good. I really enjoyed that series. There's a novella as well that I want to pick up at some point. I also read Monster Smut, unsurprisingly, called Captured by the Monsters by R.L. Calder. And then I also picked up book 1 of the Fae and Alchemy series by Callie Hart, which is Quicksilver. And oh my god. Yep. No, Dark Fae, it's, I went through like an orc phase at the end of last year. I think now we're going through a Dark Fae phase. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to read at the moment. So reading those. And then I also started Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I haven't read any more of Iron Flame. I've had that one in progress for ages. It's on my e-reader. I might try and see if I can look at the ebook, the audiobook version, because I've been really vibing with audiobooks. Like, the couple of books that I've read, I've already done 50 hours worth of audiobook time this year. And I'd only set my goal to like 60 hours at the start of the year, so I've increased that to 100 hours. And I'll see how that goes. My reading goal for this year is 20 books, and I'm already at 6, so hopefully we'll get to a point where I need to up that again. And if that's the case, we really I haven't been reading a lot the last couple of years. It seems like smut is the way to pull me out of my reading slump that I've been in for also a couple of years. But yeah, that's going well. I've been enjoying just like listening to an audiobook and stitching. That's mostly what I've been doing with this one. And then also, with the exception of this week, also just like listening to an audiobook and playing WoW and stuff as well. I'm also playing a new game. I backed it on Kickstarter. It's a cozy game. It's called Star Sand Island. I haven't played a lot of it, but I'm playing that and Heartopia as new cozy games. Um, there are a few demos that I've grabbed on Steam that I'm gonna give a go. There's a couple that I've already tried. And just playing lots of Sims 4. Lots of Sims 4. I'm very happy. I built a loft and like an actual loft. So I was quite happy with that one because I've looked at like I've tried to build them before, but I just haven't quite made them work the way that I wanted to. This time I've done it, and I'm very happy with it. Some photos in. But apart from that, it's just been WoW. It's just been plain WoW. Getting prepped, finishing off the meta achievement for War Within, got that done. The last bits that I had were some delves and some rare hunting. Easily done. Popped an audiobook on, did some stitching while I was waiting for rares to spawn so that I could kill them. Um, we are. My copy of the Midnight Collector's Edition arrived last week on like Wednesday, I want to say. So I was able to get early access. So I've been actually playing Midnight since Friday last week. Um, Still went out and did some stuff. Like I went to last week. Yes. Yeah, so last week I went to a munch with a friend of mine. Um and that was also Mardi Gras weekend. I didn't go to Mardi Gras because all of the things that have been kind of happening around Mardi Gras and police protests and stuff like that in Sydney at the moment is a bit fucked. And I didn't feel the safest being in that kind of space. So I opted to not go. Um, and ended up being a better choice because I ended up, going to the munch, had some really good conversations with people, and spent some quality time with my friend. Came home, started getting more prep stuff done for midnight, and actually played midnight. So, WoW wise, I've hit level 90 already. It is 90, isn't it? Yeah, back to 90. Um, on my warlock, I've started leveling my hunter. And I did bring my priest over as well, so the priest is accruing rest time so that I can level her quickly. Starting to work on professions and stuff like that. I'm installing, like, behind the recording, I'm installing an add-on that's going to help me sort of film a little house tour. I've got 2 houses in WoW at the moment, so I've got the Alliance one, which is more done. And then I've got my Horde one, which is less done. Um, so they'll be very quick. The Horde one at least will be a very quick one, but I'll record that and I'll throw that on the end of this one. Um, and yeah, that's kind of been the vibe. Just gaming. I've been trying to take time to stitch every day as well. Even around WoW, so like it's been full goblin hours. So I will play WoW for like where from 6 to 8 hours. and then I will stop and do some stitching for an hour or two, and then decide if I want to go back to play WoW or play something else. Like, there was one night that I played The Sims for a couple of hours. There was one night that um, I did some extra stitching. Because there's one night that I did 824 stitches on this one, because I was getting really into the end of Quicksilver. So I was finishing that off. There was like 2 hours left in that, so I did that, and then started Sunrise on the Reaping. And yeah, I've been enjoying Sunrise on the Reaping as something, a bit different. It's not smutty or anything at all. I do enjoy Hunger Games and the Hunger Games universe. A little bit tempted to start the Hunger Games cross stitch pattern that I have in my stash. Not gonna lie, it's I know it's there, and I'm just like, I could, but trying to hold off on making any new starts at the moment. Thinking I might save that for May, and do a whole bunch of birthday starts. But yeah, see how we go. That is basically what's been happening. This month again, probably not a whole lot of stitching. If I can keep it around the 5k mark, I'll be happy. Just plain WoW. I've got 2 weeks for raids to open. So I've got 2 weeks to sort of prep my warlock and get ready for raid. I handle the flasks, so I've got to do a whole bunch of herb farming and leveling alchemy. So I've been working on that as well. I'm planning to bring one of my druids over so that I can do that. I've unlocked a new allied race, which is the Harani. And I've made a new druid, so I've got another character to level, which brings me to 43 characters. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Just lots of exploring, getting achievements, completing side quests at the moment, getting through and going through all the dungeons on heroic, and then trying to spend some time doing house stuff as well. But yeah, I'll pop a video in at the end of the WoW stuff. If you don't want to see that, then you can take off now, and I will see you in a month's time. See you later.
It's too far away.